When a developer builds a web application, they create inputs that you can see, like a search box, a username field, or a login button. But hidden beneath the surface of the code, developers often leave behind hidden features. These are parameters that are completely invisible to a standard user. Things like $debug equals true, $admin equals 1, or $role equals root. If a security researcher can discover these hidden parameters, they can better understand how the application behaves. They can identify debugging features, evaluate security controls, or uncover information that helps during authorized security testing. But how do you find variables that don't show up on the screen? You don't guess them. You discover them using automation. Today, we are diving into parameter discovery, and I'm going to show you how to use advanced web fuzzing to identify hidden parameters that developers may have overlooked. Let's open the terminal. Before we run our tools, let's understand exactly what we are looking for. Look at this URL structure. Everything that comes after the question mark is what we call a URL parameter or query string. User_ID is the parameter name. 412 is the parameter value. Web applications rely on these parameters to know exactly what data to retrieve. If an application is poorly coded, changing these parameters may expose unexpected behavior during authorized security testing. But before you can evaluate them, you first have to discover what their names are. That is where parameter discovery comes in. Just like we did in our subdomain video, we are going to enhance our fuzzing engine, FFUF, by feeding it a highly specialized word list. We don't want a list of subdomains this time. We want a list of common variable names used by programmers all over the world. Inside the SecLists directory we installed earlier, there is a perfect file for this. You can find it at this location. This file contains thousands of clean, real-world parameter names compiled by professional security researchers. Now let's build the command line to start the discovery process. Watch the syntax carefully. We are going to audit a local testing endpoint or an authorized sandbox environment using this exact command layout. Let's break down these flags so beginners can follow along seamlessly. 1. -U, target URL with injection point. Notice where we placed our injection keyword. Catalog $FUZZ equals test. We are telling FFUF to replace the word FUZZ with thousands of parameter names from our dictionary while holding the value at test. 2. -W, word list. This paths directly to our burp-parameter -names.txt file. 3. -fs, filter size. This is the most important part of parameter fuzzing. Because the website will likely return a standard web page for parameters that do not exist, every unsuccessful attempt will return the exact same response page size. For example, 1,242 bytes. By typing -fs 1,242, we tell FFUF, hide every single response that has a size of 1,242 bytes. Only show me results that change the page size. Hit Enter. The engine fires up, sending hundreds of requests a second, looking for a change in the response pattern. Step 5. The Discovery Payoff. The scan is complete, and this is exactly where many beginners make a mistake. Look at the screen. FFUF returned dozens of 200 OK responses. At first glance, that might look like we just discovered hundreds of hidden parameters. But that's a trap. A 200 OK response doesn't automatically mean the parameter exists. Many web applications simply return the same page no matter what parameter name you send. So instead of celebrating every result, we start analyzing them. Notice that almost every response has the same response size, the same word count, and the same line count. That tells us these responses are probably identical. During a real penetration test, our next job is to isolate any response that behaves differently, whether it's a different page size, a different status code, or different content. Those are the results worth investigating. FFUF doesn't make the final decision. It gives us clues. The researcher makes the discovery. Discovering hidden parameters gives you a better understanding of how the application processes data behind the scenes. Once you find these entry points, you can begin evaluating them for common web security issues during authorized security testing. In Part 9, we are moving from information discovery into one of the most important web security concepts: Intro to XSS, cross-site scripting. I'm going to show you how to safely test a discovered parameter, understand how client-side input is processed, and recognize common XSS behaviors in dedicated training environments. I'm ACW360. Keep exploring application parameters, hit that subscribe button to support the course, and I will see you in Part 9.